This is Fluent English Journey Podcast.
From Speak English with Nora. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Fluent English Journey Podcast. I'm Nora.
And I'm Ethan. Great to have you with us today.
So Ethan, how are you doing today? You sound pretty energetic.
I'm doing great, actually. The weather's been amazing lately. Sunny, warm, perfect for sitting outside with a coffee.
Oh, I love that. Did you do anything fun this morning?
You know what? I actually went to this new breakfast place near my apartment. I had the most incredible pancakes. I'm still thinking about them.
Ha! Well, that's perfect timing because today we're talking all about food and eating habits in English.
Right? I didn't even plan that. But seriously, food is one of my favorite topics. Everyone eats. Everyone has opinions about food. It's something we can all relate to.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Talking about food is actually one of the best ways to practice English. Think about it. When you travel, when you meet new people, when you're making friends, food always comes up in conversation.
Totally. Plus, food vocabulary is super practical. You need it every single day.
So today, we're going to help you feel confident talking about what you eat, what you like, how you cook, all of that good stuff. And as always, don't forget there's a full transcript and exercises in the description below. Really helpful for reviewing after you listen.
All right, should we dig in? Pun intended.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's start. So Ethan, let me ask you this. What's your absolute favorite food?
That's tough. I'd have to say pizza. Like good pizza. The kind with a crispy crust and fresh ingredients.
Ooh, nice choice. And see, you just used some really important words there. You said crispy and fresh.
Right, those are adjectives, describing words. When we talk about food, adjectives are super important. They help people understand not just what you're eating, but what it's like.
Exactly, so let's practice a few. Ethan's pizza is crispy. That means it's crunchy, not soft or soggy.
Yeah, and fresh means it's new, not old or stale. Fresh ingredients make all the difference.
Here are some other really common food adjectives. Delicious means it tastes really, really good. You could say, this cake is delicious.
Then there's spicy. That means it has a hot, strong flavor, like chili peppers or hot sauce. Some people love spicy food. Some people can't handle it at all.
I'm definitely in the love spicy food category. What about you?
I'm somewhere in the middle. I like a little kick, but not too much.
Fair enough. Okay, other adjectives. Sweet is the opposite of spicy, kind of. It means it has lots of sugar, like candy or dessert.
Salty means it has a lot of salt, like potato chips or pretzels.
Sour is that sharp, tangy taste, like lemons or vinegar.
And bitter is, well, a strong, sometimes unpleasant taste. Coffee can be bitter. Dark chocolate is a bit bitter too.
Right. Now here's a fun one, savory. This word describes food that's not sweet, like meat, cheese, vegetables cooked with herbs. It's that rich, satisfying flavor.
I love savory food. Give me a good savory breakfast over pancakes any day. Well, usually.
Ha! So listeners, let me ask you, what's your favorite food and how would you describe it? Think about it. Is it crispy, creamy, spicy, refreshing? Drop your answer in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and don't worry if you need to look up some adjectives. That's totally normal when you're learning.
All right, so we've talked about describing food. Now let's talk about when we eat, daily meal routines.
This is really practical stuff. Because if you want to talk about your day, your habits, you need to know how to talk about meals.
Right, so most people eat 3 main meals a day. Breakfast in the morning, lunch in the middle of the day, and dinner in the evening.
Some people also have snacks between meals, like a piece of fruit or some nuts.
Exactly. So let's start with breakfast. Ethan, what do you usually have for breakfast?
I usually have coffee for sure, and then either toast with butter or some cereal. Pretty simple.
Notice how Ethan said, I usually have. That's the simple present tense. We use it to talk about habits and routines. I usually have breakfast at 7 o'clock. I always drink coffee in the morning.
Right. What about you, Nora? What's your typical breakfast?
I'm more of a yogurt and fruit person. Sometimes I'll have eggs if I have time, but honestly, most days I'm running late, so I just grab something quick.
Ha! Grab something quick. I like that phrase. It means to take food fast, usually because you're in a hurry.
Yeah, it's super common. I grabbed a banana on my way out. Let's grab lunch together.
Okay, so for lunch, this is interesting because it's different in different countries.
Totally. In some places, lunch is the biggest meal of the day. In other places, it's just a quick sandwich or salad.
I usually pack my lunch. That means I prepare it at home and bring it to work. It's cheaper than eating out every day.
Smart! I'm the opposite. I usually go out for lunch. There's a great place near my office that makes these amazing wraps.
Nice. And then dinner. For most people, that's the main meal. That's when families sit down together, you know?
Yeah, I usually have dinner around 7 or 8. Something like chicken and vegetables, or pasta, or maybe a stir-fry.
A stir fry. That's when you cook food quickly in a hot pan with a little oil. Very common in Asian cooking.
Exactly. Now, here's something interesting about talking about time. We use different prepositions. At for specific times, in for parts of the day.
Right. So I have breakfast at 7 o'clock. I eat lunch at noon, but I have dinner in the evening.
Perfect! All right, listeners, here's a question for you. What time do you usually have dinner, and what do you like to eat? Let us know in the comments. En, vägwas.
Okay, so we know how to describe food and talk about our daily meals. But what happens when you're at a restaurant?
Oh, this is super important. Ordering food in English can feel scary at first, but once you know a few key phrases, it's actually pretty easy.
Let's practice. Imagine I'm the waiter and you're the customer. Ready?
Ready?
Good evening. Are you ready to order?
Yes, please. I'd like the grilled salmon, please.
Excellent choice. And would you like that with rice or potatoes?
I'll have it with rice, please.
Perfect. Anything to drink?
Could I have a glass of water, please?
Of course. I'll bring that right out.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's break that down. Nora used I'd like. That's short for I would like. It's polite and very common in restaurants.
Right. You could also say, I'll have, or can I have? All of these are good, polite ways to order.
And notice Nora said please. Always use please when you're asking for something.
Another really useful phrase is, could I have, or could you bring? These are questions, but they're polite ways to make requests. Could I have some extra napkins? Could you bring the check, please?
The check, that's the bill, the paper showing how much you need to pay. In British English, they say the bill. In American English, we usually say the check.
Good point. Okay, here are some other restaurant phrases you might need. What do you recommend means, what's good here? What should I try?
Is this dish spicy, or does this have nuts in it? Really important if you have allergies.
Can I get this to go? Means you want to take the food home instead of eating it there. Also called takeout or takeaway.
And if something's wrong with your order, you can politely say, "Excuse me, I ordered the chicken, but this is beef." Or, "Sorry, but this isn't quite what I expected."
Right. Just be polite about it. Servers are people too, and mistakes happen.
Absolutely. So listeners, have you ever ordered food in English? How did it go? Tell us your story in the comments.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. We've been talking about eating, but what about cooking?
Oh, good topic. Cooking vocabulary is so useful, especially if you like to watch cooking shows or read recipes in English.
Exactly. So let's go through some basic cooking verbs. These are action words for what you do when you prepare food.
First one, chop. This means to cut something into pieces, chop the onions, chop the vegetables.
Then there's slice. That's cutting something into thin, flat pieces, like slicing bread or slicing tomatoes.
Mix means to combine things together. Mix the flour and sugar. You stir them together until they're combined.
Boil is when you cook something in hot water, like boiling pasta or boiling eggs. The water has to be bubbling, really hot.
Fry means to cook something in oil or butter in a pan, like frying eggs or frying chicken.
Ooh, and here's a good one. Sauté. It's kind of like frying, but you use less oil and you move the food around quickly. Very common for cooking vegetables.
Bake is when you cook something in the oven. Bread, cookies, cakes. You bake those.
Roast is also in the oven, but usually for meat or vegetables, like roasting a chicken or roasting potatoes.
Grill is cooking over direct heat, like on a barbecue, grilled burgers, grilled vegetables.
And finally, steam. That's cooking with hot steam, like steaming broccoli or steaming fish. It's a really healthy cooking method.
So let me give you an example sentence. I sliced the mushrooms, then I sautéed them in butter with some garlic.
Perfect. Or, first, I boiled the pasta. While it was cooking, I chopped the vegetables and mixed them with olive oil.
See how natural that sounds? Once you know these verbs, you can talk about cooking so easily.
Right. And by the way, if you like cooking or you're interested in it, watching cooking videos in English is a fantastic way to practice. You get to see the actions while hearing the words.
Great tip!
Okay, so we've covered a lot. But let's talk about something really important. How do we talk about what we like and don't like?
Food preferences. This is probably one of the first things you learn in English, right? I like pizza. I don't like mushrooms.
Exactly. But there are lots of ways to express your preferences, not just like and don't like. Let's explore some different options.
So the most basic is I like and I don't like. But you can also say I love for something you really, really like. I love chocolate. I love spicy food.
Right, and on the opposite end, I hate for something you really don't like. I hate mushrooms, but be careful with hate. It's pretty strong. Sometimes I really don't like is better.
Good point. You can also say I can't stand. That means you really, really don't like it. I can't stand the smell of fish.
Then there's I'm not a fan of. That's a nice, gentle way to say you don't like something. I'm not a fan of sweet desserts.
For things you kind of like but don't love, you can say it's okay or it's not bad. Sushi, yeah, it's okay. I don't love it, but I'll eat it.
Ha! And if you want to compare things, use I prefer. I prefer tea to coffee. I prefer eating at home to eating out.
Notice we say prefer A to B, not prefer A than B. That's a common mistake.
Good catch. Now let's talk about healthy eating habits because this comes up a lot in conversations.
Right. Common phrases eat healthy or eat well means to choose nutritious food. I try to eat healthy most of the time.
Balanced diet is an important phrase. It means eating a variety of foods, vegetables, protein, fruits, grains, not just one type of food.
Yeah. Protein is things like meat, fish, eggs, beans. It helps build muscle.
And then there's junk food. That's food that's not very healthy, usually high in sugar, salt, or fat, like chips, candy, fast food burgers.
I try to avoid junk food. But sometimes, you just want a burger and fries.
Ha, totally. Everything in moderation, right?
Exactly. Everything in moderation means don't have too much of anything. It's okay to enjoy treats sometimes, just not all the time.
Right. Other healthy eating phrases, cut back on means to reduce. I'm trying to cut back on sugar. I'm cutting back on caffeine.
Stay hydrated means drink enough water. Super important.
And portion control is about not eating too much in one sitting, eating smaller portions.
Yeah, I'm terrible at portion control, honestly. If the food's good, I just keep eating.
Ha! Well, you're honest about it. All right, so before we wrap up, let's talk about one more thing: food and culture.
Oh yeah, this is fascinating. Food is such a big part of culture. When you travel or meet people from different countries, food is always a topic.
Exactly. Different cultures have different eating habits, different meal times, different etiquette. It's really interesting to learn about.
For example, in some cultures, it's normal to eat with your hands. In others, you always use utensils: fork, knife, spoon.
Right, in some countries, it's polite to finish all your food on your plate. It shows you enjoyed the meal. But in other countries, leaving a little bit of food is actually polite.
So different. And mealtimes vary a lot too. In some countries, people eat dinner at 6 or 7. In other places, like Spain, dinner might not be until 9 or 10 at night.
Yeah. And the biggest meal of the day. In some cultures, it's lunch. In others, it's dinner.
Food traditions are interesting too. Like, in many cultures, sharing food is a sign of friendship and hospitality. When you visit someone's home, they offer you food.
Absolutely. And there are so many special foods for holidays and celebrations. Every culture has them.
Right. Food brings people together. That's universal.
It really is. And that's one of the best things about learning English. You get to talk to people from all over the world and learn about their food cultures. Not one of theirs.
All right, so let's wrap this up. We covered a ton today.
We really did. We talked about describing food with adjectives like delicious, spicy, crispy, and fresh.
We practiced talking about daily meal routines: breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and when we eat them.
We learned key phrases for ordering at restaurants like, "I'd like," and "could I have?"
We went through cooking verbs: chop, slice, mix, boil, fry, bake, roast, grill.
And we talked about expressing food preferences and healthy eating habits. Lots of useful vocabulary.
So here's what I want you to do. After this episode, try to use some of these phrases in real life. Talk about what you ate today, describe your favorite dish, practice ordering in a restaurant, even if it's just in your head.
Great advice. And don't forget, the transcript and exercises are in the description. Really helpful for reviewing everything we talked about.
And we'd love to hear from you. Tell us about your favorite food, your eating habits, or a memorable restaurant experience. Share in the comments.
Exactly. Food is such a fun topic, and it's something we can all connect on.
Absolutely. Keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep enjoying your English journey.
Couldn't have said it better. Thanks so much for listening today, everyone.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos to keep improving your English. See you next time.